all new. AM 1150 WTMP.com.
Alrighty. Tampa Bay, it's that time again. Your favorite radio program, Porch Talk Radio, is on the air. So we're gonna do what we do. You know, last week I was a little hustled trying to get in here because I had to do the MC for the Frederick Douglass breakfast last weekend over in St. Pete. And they had a huge crowd in the historic Manhattan Casino, but we did it anyway and had a great reception, you know. And I'm gonna tell you something that's so funny. They probably got more cities in Pinellas County than anywhere else in the state because it was at least 20 mayors from different cities in Pinellas County, and I think they got 28, 27 cities in Pinellas County. So it's a lot of cities over there. And see Pole Hillsborough, we got 3. We got Tampa, Temple Terrace, and Plant City. You know, everything else is in the county. But, you know, Pinellas, you know, every 3 rocks, you know, got a mayor. So
Pretty much.
you know, we
where's the lady come from?
just making sure everybody's good. And we got Tampa Bay Black woman royalty on the show today.
She looks pretty today.
She I heard her telling white folks, well, you know when I look like this, she, you know, cause she one of them red bones, you know. So when you know, black folks, you know, we used to us being all the different shades and color of the rainbow, you know. So without further ado, I'm gonna just tell y'all because I know some folks know who she is, you know. And if you don't know her, you should know her. So, without further ado, Miss Tampa Bay Black woman magic herself, Candy Lowe.
Woohoo!
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Girl.
Oh wow! Well, thank you so much, Eddie Adams, for having me in this morning, and Jarvis is actually with me as well. Good to see you, Brother Gabriel, and my friend Tim, that has been supporting me in the Black Business Bus Tour and Tea and Conversation forever. I'm excited to be here. We had a wonderful, amazing, hot tea at Tea and Conversation. Eddie was there for the last 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was a powerful statement.
You have some white women speaking up, and I was glad to see that. You know, because they come and be timid. They be hiding. You know, them women today. But see, they ain't from America. See, they ain't American white women. They white women from somewhere else.
Tea Conversation was really hot today.
They got Jarvis worked up.
They did.
But as I walk in, I can hear Jarvis beating on the table. I'm saying, the angry black man. They got nothing.
We just trying to get things in order, but it was great. Glad to be here, Eddie. Porch Talk Radio is always a friend of Teen Conversation, the Black Business Bus Tour. We're going to get ready to, for our annual event. And Black Business Bus Tour is one of our sponsors. It's Masjid Al Nasser's Act of Kindness Black History Awards Banquet, Friday, February 25th at 6 o'clock at the Islamic Society of Tampa Bay. That's over Sly over by Orange Road. Correct that, just at 7326 East Sly. And the tickets, I'm going to advertise them on TMP, so I can go ahead and give out this information. The tickets is at Eventbrite. $25 a table, 10 is $250. We're going to give out some awards to some real people.
Okay.
And one of the past awards reception was Candy, Michelle Patty, Connie Burden, James Muhammad. We give some good people that get awards that otherwise wouldn't be recognized.
Right.
And the proceeds to benefit our food pantry that we've been doing 5 years in the food desert in Sulphur Springs and our youth mentoring program.
They're gonna give awards to real people, regular folks, somebody you may actually see, not the ivory tower Negroes,
Right.
the 22nd and Lake Street Negroes.
And he telling the truth because me and Candy talk about this all the time when we go to events around the city. Say, Ken, all they doing is recycling the same people,
Right.
the same people that walk over there. And so I said, Ken, let's don't complain about it. Let's start a program and start awarding people who do real work in the community.
Right.
People like Eddie Adams Jr. And let me say this to you, Eddie. You brought it home this morning.
Thank you.
I wasn't trying to stop you. Yeah, I want us to get to the show on time.
Right.
But you brought it home because me and Ken said that all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We said it all the time. You brought it home, and me, if you listen to it on Facebook Live, you'll hear me and Ken amening you in the corner.
Yeah.
And you got a lot of support there. But take a conversation with hot this morning, Ken.
Yeah.
When it's hot, and when it's not, it's not. But it was hot today.
Absolutely, Eddie. When you mention about we're having a Democratic president, what was that? A Democratic
Senate.
a Democratic
House.
House, and we can't get the
Voter rights.
voting rights.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, something wrong with that picture.
And when you vote for somebody with blind loyalty, 90%, see, our vote in the black community, brother, has to be transactional.
It has
what
to
we
be.
going to get for our vote. And otherwise, it don't
Yeah.
work. Otherwise, it don't work. Otherwise, if we don't get nothing for our vote, well, why are we voting for it?
But you ain't ever got nothing for it, and that's
We gotta
why
make them do it.
That's why I keep reminding folks. My job is to remind black folks, you ain't ever got nothing from the Democratic Party, even though you vote for them 80 and 90% every election.
Well, let me tell you what I said at the team conversation this morning. Johnson said, make me do it. We ain't got nothing because we ain't made them do it. We got to make whoever there, whether they're Democrat or Republican. We got to make them do it.
Lyndon Baines
Right on.
Johnson said that.
He said that. LBD, he said, make me do it. And I told the people, we're going to make them. Let me tell you something else happened the other day before you got there. We were dealing with some local officials that took a vote on that redistricting, and we drilled down on them real strong. And to his credit, Commissioner Corn, he stayed there and took the heat.
He did.
Didn't it? I mean,
He
we drilled down. You would have liked that, great Gabriel. Gabriel, you'd have been clapping.
They were breaking through the BS?
Yes, sir, brother. Gabriel, let me just say that, Gabriel, you would have liked this. And honestly, I gained a lot of respect for him just from today.
Yeah.
Because because we have drilled down on candidates before, Candace, tell us about it.
Absolutely.
And walked out the meeting.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
We definitely
good.
have.
good.
They couldn't take
Couldn't take
the
heat.
heat.
Couldn't take the heat.
Because y'all got a voice.
Yes.
Just use it.
And,
Yes.
and at the end of the day, if they come to tea and conversation and want our vote, you should drill down on them.
That's right.
You should know what
Damn right.
What are you going to do for
they're
me?
gonna do.
What have you done for me?
Absolutely.
Nothing. I can answer
Absolutely.
that.
But I'm a Democrat.
Zero.
You're not helping the people.
Right. And what happened is that this is probably, Brother Eddie, probably the only place in the city where in black community, they get drilled down on.
Right.
Because, and that's why I love our visionary leader, Candace, because she created a platform
Yeah. Oh yeah.
that we can now drill down on and don't have to worry about no consequences of it. You understand what I mean? And that's important. It's important for us to have a place where we can hold them accountable. And I told them this morning, talking to the voters that was in the audience, I said, we're going to make them do it. And I said, if you don't do it, we're going to vote you out of office.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. This Jarvis, what I try to do and what I use this platform to do is to bring the truth to
There you
black
go.
folks. And on my saying black folks,
That's
to
what we
blind
need.
folks every week, because as a people, we don't expect nothing, we don't ask for nothing,
That's right.
and we don't
Get
get
nothing.
nothing.
Now that
Yeah.
part, because I'm sick of it, brother. And brother, you know, I remember what Minister Malcolm said. He said, everything don't happen, and they'll pass all these bills, they come to black vote, you put the Democrats first, they put you last.
There you
He
go.
said, filibustering when it comes to your issue.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And he said that in 1965. That's the ballot of the bullet.
And the thing that's so important, and we gonna preach to black folk today.
There you
If
go.
you listening to Porch
Come on,
Talk
Eddie.
if you listen to Porch Talk Radio, you're gonna get some information
That's
because it's important that the women, the Hispanics, the Vietnamese, everybody from every country, even the women that were there this morning, come from everywhere, and they come to America, and it's the land of milk and honey. But for black folks who've been here forever, at least 400 years,
438.
it has been the cesspool, the sewer. It has been the bottom of the barrel. No matter what comes up, black folks are at the bottom of the barrel. It should not be that way when we got the political cloud of electing every every Democrat probably that's elected in this country gets elected with a majority of black votes.
Yes.
Right.
sir.
No questions
And
asked.
that's history. That's the record.
That's right.
And at the end of the day, the community look around. The most impoverished communities in this country are run by Democrats and black folks.
Think about that.
And you know what, Eddie? I mentioned this morning at Tea and Conversation. Every study on us, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
They study how we walk. They study why we vote. History is you bring us some chicken and some hamburgers and hot dogs and a little cold drink, we gonna
Some
vote
watermelon.
Democrat. All of those different things. And at the end of the day, you walk around, leave with your little sticker on your chest,
Yep.
and we get absolutely nothing. There's studies after studies. If you didn't see all of the disparities in 2020 during the pandemic, we were at the bottom of all
All of it.
studies.
Health and everything else.
Yes.
We are the most
Sir?
ill-informed,
Informed.
ill-served, ill-informational for stuff getting to us. It get to us last, and when it get to us, half our folks already dead.
Well, let me say this to you. I'm gonna jump right in on that.
Yeah.
The challenge was, and what other foreigners and immigrants that come to this country need to know, Gabriel, I want you to hear this too, hear me well. We have to deal with 438 years of slavery where your name, your language, your culture was taken, all your miseducated. Right now we think Columbus discovered America. It was a white man that was lost, and because people was already here.
He thought he was going somewhere
He
else.
thought he was going somewhere. And so they said Edison invented the light bulb, but they don't tell you about Lewis Latimer. And all this black history being announced right now in WTMP, thanks to Brother Howard. He landed it all out. So unless we empower nobody else, at least a Jewish person still know you're Jewish, still named Cohen and Weinstein. At least a Hispanic person know he can't. The lady that was there today, she knows she's from Venezuela. Hell, I don't know what tribe I came from. Like we used to say in the Nation of the Sun, they said we from Africa.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're from. They said.
But see, and that's the other thing. I am so boy. We'll have a damn Porch Talk Radio show today because I'm gonna tell you folks and the folks who've been listening to the show for the last couple of months. I've been telling you, Black history started thousands of years before the transatlantic slave trade.
That's right.
All them folk they're announcing and all the stuff we did is because we are brilliant people. After all of that stuff, they couldn't keep us down. They went across Asia, they went across Europe, they went across Africa, they went across South America, blowing the nose off of statues that's been around for thousands of years so that y'all stupid ASS people would think somehow that that statue with the nose blowed off wasn't black. That he wasn't black because it was in Japan. He wasn't black because it's in Mexico. He wasn't black, because it's on Easter Island. I'm gonna tell you what happened. Thousands of years ago, some of those black chiefs and some of them black kings sent people across the ocean, and they didn't come back. And they settled here, and a lot of these different places had black folks long before they even had Indians, because they came and they could do it. Now all of a sudden the Europeans got upset, and they said, well, black folks are dumb, black folks are stupid. We're gonna do everything we can to misinform the world as to the intelligence of black people. And they can't do it because you blow the nose off. I can tell the picture got black paint on it. They don't paint white folks black for no reason.
Right, and let me tell you something, Eddie. And at the Master Announcer Black History Program, we're going to have information about people like Mansa Musa. He's purported to be the richest man in the history. We talked about him last week.
Yep.
1500. And Timbuktu is the center of learning.
Yep.
So all this I want to talk about, we were building civilizations and empires when other people was in the hills and cave sides of Europe. And so they want to, that's why they come in, rope them in.
Yep.
They weren't even civilized. They was on all four eating the afterbirth of pregnant women. And I'm talking about we was already had things that were invented and
we were teaching math, and they didn't know what math was.
Exactly. And so
we created science.
that's right. And when we teach our people this, Gabriel, we teach our children this, now they have a strong self-esteem that they can achieve things today. That's why this is important, what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't understand, maybe one of you guys can shed some light, why is today with all of our education that we do have in America, Right now, there is not a ghetto or a poor performing school in America today that you will not find Democrats running that area in America today. But yet, such loyalty. I don't know what.
Well,
I don't know what tripped it that way to remain.
But you ask that question
stuck on.
every week, Gabriel. Let me answer it finally for you.
Come on.
Let me answer it finally for you.
Bring it to me.
Know. The real reason Gabriel
It's a hair we look like.
because it's technology.
Yeah.
Oh.
They've been using tricks to trick us. And so sometimes you can't even know the difference between Democrat and Republican. Because both of them,
Unfortunately, you're right on that.
they use technology. So we have to vote for people, not party. We have to vote for people who are going to get the results and get it done. See, because anybody that want to get it done, they do it for other people. They gave the Jews reparation. They gave the Germans, for what the Germans did to her. First thing they need to do is recognize and pay us what they owe us in repairing the damage. That's what reparations mean, to repair the damage. Okay? So now, once we repair the damage, we can self-rule ourselves and we can control politicians.
You know,
The problem with this is it's a system. It's a system of poverty, a system of racism, and a system of brainwashing and technology.
you know, and last year during the election cycle that happened, I was blown away on how the Democrat-run BLM groups were destroying black communities, black businesses. More blacks were dying just because of them. And it's like the black people, were being told, back on the plantation, pay attention, we're going to sick these brown shirts, like the Nazis did, on you.
Well,
and it was effective.
Well, I'm going to push back on that.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm going to push back on that.
Come on, let's do it.
Let me tell you why I'm going to push back. First of all, Black Lives Matter, brother. A lot of Republican people want to say they had other people doing that. A lot of times, brother, if you're ignorant, you strike out whatever way you know how. And you strike out where you are. It's called an insurrection. It's called a rebellion. We don't call it no riot. It's a rebellion. The police. See, what you ain't talking about, it's the police that was shooting rubber bullets to peaceful protesters. So how I know? I was there when they were shooting the rubber bullets. Canada was there when they were shooting the rubber bullets. There was no BLM. Black Lives Matter is not no group that's ran by this thing that y'all talk about. This is all this. That's not true, brother.
Well, now they're in trouble. They might have been started good.
But that's not true. Here's what I want to say to you. Black Lives Matter is a group of people, not no organization.
It's changed.
No. That's telling people, brother, no. It's hard for people that don't look like me to tell me what's going on in my community.
No, I don't care about your shade. I'm just telling you, it's changed.
No, let me just say this to you. What we're saying is, police reform, we've dying at the hands of police, disproportionate. Our lives matter.
But it hasn't gotten better.
No. It will get better when we make them do it. When I started out.
Okay.
Well, as long as let me tell folks something. My mama used to say, nobody is gonna give you a switch to beat them with.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? If you want the playing field level, you better go buy yourself some tractors.
That's right.
Because if you don't level it, it's not gonna get level. That's why I've been telling my black folks, begging, asking for you don't ask people to give you stuff that's already yours.
That's right.
If it's yours, take it. See, no force
I love it.
and control and power are all things that white people seek. And they cherish it, and they will bury their mama to get it.
Oh,
I mean, if you watch TV on these shows, all these cutthroats, those are real people. You can find somebody in their neighborhood looks just like them, acts just like
That's
them.
right.
You see what I'm saying? You're just starting to see black folks on TV in serious roles, playing serious characters. We have always been able to do that. Now, and folks who listen to my show, y'all heard me tell you the story of the Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
The Lone Ranger was a black man. He had over 3,000 arrests. He can shoot with either hand, and he had and used silver bullets, because anybody know anything about chemistry, silver is lighter than lead.
That's right.
Travels straighter and goes faster. You see what I'm saying? So, but in 1954, they couldn't make a superhero with a white horse and a sidekick and everything and put him on TV and sell it to America in 1954.
Got to be white.
He had to be white.
Right.
He had a white horse, had a white hat, You know,
It's all technology.
right.
all technology.
All that's building
like
the
that.
image.
I like that word.
Building the image.
They say white. They don't say whitewash. They say blackwash.
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about? So blackball. You know, everything they put black in front of, they make it negative. This is all in the system of miseducation. You can read The Miseducation of Negroes by Carter G. Woodson. He talked about all this. And so what we want to do is make sure during Black History Month, we have a program that people can come to and learn real about Black history. It's going to be on Friday, February the 25th at 6 o'clock, Islamic Society of Tampa Bay. It's to benefit our food pantry, our mentoring program, where we're teaching our young children about conflict resolution, social skills, you know, self-esteem, how they can learn how to be entrepreneurs and do something for themselves, self-sufficiency. This is what we're teaching our children. This is what we have to teach our children. We can't wait on white people to do that. Can't wait on no other group. We have to do it ourselves. And if you want to get involved in an upliftment and empowerment program like that, go to Eventbrite, get your ticket for $25, and go to the crown of the event of Black History, which is Friday, February 25th, sponsored by the Black Business Bus Tour, Lowe. Come and see who the people who are real people getting awards in our community.
Awesome.
And I got to say this, Jarvis, since you did that. When you see National Geographic, Discovery Channel, and all these educated icons in the community talk about Cleopatra, and they still make her white, or they make her Indian. 3,000 years ago, when that woman lived, North Africa was all black folks.
Yes.
They didn't have the
Technology.
Infestation of the current Indian folks who are over there, or the Arab people who are over there. They want you to think 3,000 years ago the Arabs ran Egypt like they do now. No,
that Egypt's in North Africa.
All of North Africa.
All of North Africa.
But see again, 3,000 years ago, all them pyramids and all those obelisks and all the sphinx and all those pictures in those tombs were black people. All of the pharaohs were black.
Let me take it further than that. It wasn't even called Egypt. It was called Kemet. The land of the black.
Kemet. That's right.
Kemet, the land of... See, white folks are called colonizers. They come in and colonize and conquer and rename stuff.
Right.
That's white folks.
And Europe was named after Egyptian queen by the name of Europa. Europa. That's how you got Europe. But Europe was an afterthought, because when the scholars, the Greek scholars and the Roman scholars came to Egypt and they saw all this greatness going on, and they say these people can't be the reason we got this. So when they went back, the Greek scholars become the smartest people on the planet. They had learned all that crap from Egyptians who had been doing it for thousands of years at that time. Pyramids. They still can't figure out how they built the pyramid.
They call it a wonder. Or they wonder what happened.
But
see, Eddie, let's get our audience involved in this. Yes. Eddie, 813-251-9867. You want to call? We having a Black History discussion with Eddie Adams Jr. We got Gabriel Phillips in here. We got Lowe, our visionary leader from the Black Business Bus Tour. As a matter of fact, we got living Black history in here.
That's
16
right.
years
Right
ago, she got black people to spend money 90% with black people.
Right.
Wow.
See, you got to know this. You got to know this, Gabriel. So when you start
That's not being fed in the community.
that's what I'm saying. No, but you got.
That's why we do it.
That's why we doing it. That's why
do
we got Porch Talk Radio, and we not just maybe leading the country in supporting black business. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jarvis, when you say that, because I just absolutely love that now, Gabriel, because Eddie was with us when we started way back in the day, Tim as well, Tea and Conversation, Bus Tour, all of that back in 06, 07, 08, when we were talking about supporting black-owned businesses on the bus tour every third Saturday of the month for 3 years. So in 2022, of course, when the pandemic started, all of a sudden everybody want to say something about black. They okay with saying black, be black, want to be black, support black, got black money, black this. And we were doing it already here in Hillsborough County, here in the city of Tampa, talking about black folk and circulating money with black-owned businesses. I see Brother Tim over there shaking his head. Before Black Lives Matter, how many times I was on a show with you guys way back in the day, forever, talking about supporting black-owned businesses. I'm excited because I see now on the television that they are doing commercials of black businesses and the big corporations now they want to have a black segment of black businesses and talking black. I'm excited that they are doing it now, but we were the original, absolutely copycats. We are the original right here in the city of Tampa of supporting black businesses, talking about black businesses, and never wavered from supporting black owned businesses.
And you motivated other cities to do it.
Absolutely.
And can you tell us about, so when we go out on the bus, what kind of economic impact that we have when we do the bus tour?
Oh yeah, it has been unbelievable. You can pop up, it's all them pop-ups you want to do, but at the end of the day, Brother Gabriel, Brother Jarvis, Brother Eddie, and Brother Tim, our brick and mortar need 50 people to come cross their threshold on a Saturday morning. Those people have rent, and then they possibly have a mortgage at home. So bringing busloads of people to your doorstep, to your threshold, getting off with the intentions of spending money with a brick and mortar business, it's unbelievable, brother. And it is, and I'm excited that the local news here in the city of Tampa and the local newspaper, because WTMP has been on board with the Black Business Bus Tour from day one.
Right.
Way back with Lynn Tolliver, Jetty B. Wiles, Dr. Glenn Cherry, Larry Steele, Nick and Nicole Lawrence. They were on board from day one. So to see now that the local TV stations, they weren't saying nothing about black-owned businesses. Channel 8, Channel 10, Channel 9, absolutely not.
Not a mumbling word.
So to see them saying something now, I salute them.
And then they do the small business Saturday and all that kind of stuff.
We got one commercial, and I normally don't have commercial because Strawberry Festival is coming, you know, and they have supported Porch Talk Radio from the beginning. No, we got a commercial that
I love Eddie.
that hopefully we're ready to play. So
do your endorsement, Eddie.
1 minute, and then we'll be back to informing and enlightening.
Let me tell you.
You ready?
Eddie Big now, Eddie doing endorsements.
Music and food. March 3rd through March 13th. Come see 22 of your favorite acts on the Wish Farm Soundstage. Lady A, Boys to Men, Lauren Daigle, Sammy Hagar and the Circle, Kinsey Wheeler, Zach Williams, Jake Owen, Tesla, Nicole Swindell, Saturday Night Nelly, Sam Get your tickets on sale now at flstrawberryfestival.com. That's flstrawberryfestival.com. 2022
And it's diverse, black, white, and Latino. We had Latinos there today too.
We got change happening.
All right, here we go. Okay, and let me before we get started again. I remember one afternoon, myself, Candy Lowe, and Connie Burden sit down. We were having a conversation, and this was for Barack Obama was on the scene and everything. And what the conversation we was having, us three black folks was sitting there saying, one of these days, black folks are gonna wake up. The sleeping giant is gonna wake up, and the world is gonna be different. Now the giant ain't woke yet, but he ain't snoring as loud.
He's rumbling. Eddie, you know, you hit it on the head. And because we have a lot of things that we've been doing in this community, what I always liked about Eddie, Eddie is an action-oriented person. Eddie get it done. I'll never forget one time, Eddie gonna start laughing when I tell you this. Eddie had a whole bunch of white folks with t-shirts on down the county commission, and he saved an issue. Eddie damn near sing her hand. And when he come in the room, when everybody had the same t-shirt, I said, Eddie, what are you doing? Yeah, maybe 3 black folks in the crowd. And Eddie, they took the vote. Eddie vote win. They all walked out at the same time, clapping. And boy, let me tell you something, Eddie, that was political empowerment.
Yeah.
Getting it done.
And that's how we should do. That's all we need. And I said then, if you got 200 people show up to anything downtown,
That's right.
no matter what the issues, everybody up there is an elected official. That means they are voted. They are voted on. And if you got 200 people, you know what they see? They don't see 200 blacks. They don't see 200 white. They see 200 votes.
Yep. And that's why that's important for us to be involved, to be organized, Eddie, and let the people know that voting got consequences. So we have to be out here empowering people. So you got to come to Tea and Conversation every second and fourth Saturday. Al's Finger Looking Good restaurant. It's in Ybor City. It's right down, right below where the Broadway bar used to be. You know where it's at. Come at 10 to 12, and we have a lot of great conversation. I'm inviting personally on the air. Now you got to show up, Gabriel.
Uh-oh.
Gabriel Phillips being invited personally to the next Tea and
I'll
Conversation.
have my bodyguard Tim come by.
And Tim is coming with us. And so we want, and it's very, very diverse, and we're going to empower people. And then we also do our candidates roll call, where we bring the candidates in and we talk to them about what
That's
they
what I want to hear.
You got to see that too. You're invited to that. And we do a lot of good in the community. Candy, your vision is so beautiful. Talk to the people.
Yeah, and you know what will be great, Eddie, going forward for the candidates roll call? Get Gabriel on board, and we have him as one of our, have him ask some of the questions.
That would really be
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
They
I would
better
love
get
that.
ready for that. I ain't putting up with anything.
No. You
I
in the
ask
right
him
place.
straight. I ask him straight.
No, but that's what we want. That's what we want. That's why we inviting you, Gabriel. And we want to diversify our panel.
Yeah.
And so we definitely, that's a great idea, Candy. See, that's why she's a visionary
There
leader.
you go.
That's why she started this. Because she had the vision to see how to make it better. How to expand inclusiveness and how to expand what we're doing. And it's all about expansion, Eddie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's all about expansion.
And one thing, and I'm going to say it here, and I hope all the magical black females in Tampa Bay realize this. Before you were slaves, you were queens. You were warriors.
And goddesses.
There are stories and legends, if you ever get into your real history, they got black females who defeated British soldiers, Portuguese soldiers, Spanish soldiers, Italian soldiers with tanks and guns and all this kind of firepower with spears and bow and arrow, and they got their butt whooped.
Queen Azinga.
Queens did that.
Queen Azinga is one of them. Queen Azinga. And you can't forget about Hannibal, what he did with the elves and the elephants.
Yep.
How do you know? We can't forget about that.
Well, and that's the other thing. See, a lot of times, when I say black girl magic, I am literally talking about magic. I'm literally talking about magic. Because I know Jarvis and his mom and me and my mom, because I heard people talking about, poverty and poor and this and this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. My mama had 5 kids and we was poor as hell, but we did not know it. We didn't know we were poor because everybody on my street, everybody around us, we had a black community, and for all intents and purposes, with the 8th grade education, my mama bought a house and raised 5 kids.
Which one's got college degrees now? How many?
And I got a master's.
Wow.
And we got 2 nurses.
Come on, Eddie.
So again, for all intents and purposes, that's magic. To have nothing, have an 8th grade education and do what my mama did. And I don't have to look for role models and idols and heroes and all that stuff. And I wrote a book. My thesis is dedicated to Rosalie Adams.
But they know me and Eddie got something in common. And those that want to get in on this conversation, call 813-251-9867. Eddie loves his mama. I love my mama. I had a mama named Jimmy Bell. And Jimmy Bell had 4 children she raised in the project. We didn't, like Eddie said, we didn't know it, Paul. But let me tell you what we used to do, brother. Mama used to get a big old pot of grits, stew down some sardines with onions and bell pepper, and put that in the pot with the grits. Brother, you eat off that for 2 days.
Damn right.
I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. You be so goddamn, Eddie, you be so full. But that's what we made something out of nothing. And so we know how to survive. We're conquerors.
Yes.
We're more than conquerors.
Right.
We know how to survive, and so we can do whatever we want to do today. And we ain't asking for no handout. We ain't asking for nobody to give us nothing. James Brown said that and said, I don't want nobody to give me open up the door, we get it ourselves.
That's right.
So we black and we proud.
Right. And the thing that we forget more often than not, we make something out of nothing every damn day.
It is. Candy, follow that. You gotta follow that. Eddie said that and lean back.
Eddie dropped the mic on that. I absolutely agree to that, Eddie. It's just like I hear, they always say, not all, it's never all,
Right.
but the children come to school hungry. Brother, I always beg to differ for that.
That's right.
Because one thing I know about a black mama, because I'm a black mama,
That's right.
black mamas feed their kids if
that's
they
right.
don't do nothing else. If they go hungry, they gave those babies something before they left that
Right.
house.
Yes, they did.
Because I know how my brother and I were when we were kids. If we go to somebody's house, we weren't supposed to ask them for nothing.
I remember
Whatever
that.
it is. But if grandma turned her head, we was gonna tell that lady we was hungry,
Just
so
to
we
get
can
something.
just to get something. So that myth, because that's what I said is that our babies come to school hungry. They hungry. They ain't hungry.
Nope.
I think they have found a way to have these grant funding and everything else where it is a benefit, financial benefit for a group of people to say, absolutely. So I have never believed that grandma, mama, they gonna have some cereal and milk. They gonna have some. We always kept grits,
Right.
regardless. And we go to school and we still wanted a goddamn apple.
We got a caller. Welcome to Porch Talk Radio on this fiery Saturday afternoon.
Bring it.
You jump in here and take some risks, but we welcome you. Who are you? Where you calling from? And what say you? Hello?
Eddie Adams, man.
Joe Robinson.
Joe Robinson.
Man, Gabriel. Man, y'all got the full house in there
on
giving
it.
history lessons from Egypt to present day. I just appreciate it, man, because a lot of times it ain't about the Republican and the Democrat, it's about what's damn right.
That's right.
And I just want to just say, everybody got their thing going on. I know Black Business Buster been out there now. She right. They took her stolen stuff. They always stealing stuff from black folks. But the bottom line is we got to keep moving forward. We got to start looking at, my thing is economic development about making some money. And when we got $100 million project out there and everybody hemming and hawing how we got there and this and that, they got a meet coming up. There's a 16 to try to get people out there. Told Brother Muhammad out there, everybody needs to try to get up on this. So they moving fast, but they talking slow. So I just want to say, man, keep up the good show and keep it black and keep it real, regardless of the party, because the party gonna get a damn thing. Will get you in trouble. Will get you forward, moving
Boy, yes.
and walking by faith and not by
That's
sight.
There you go.
Well, let me
Doing
tell you
the right
something.
thing for black folks.
Joe, you hit it on the
That's my
head.
call.
Joe hit it on the head because
And thank
there's
you for the call.
God bless.
that city center project is a $108 million project, and 4 black organizations came together for this issue: NAACP, TOBA, and the Urban League, and the Ceremony Breakfast Group. They came together to say that we want some black participation on
Right,
the project.
right. Demand black
And
participation.
we demand it. We're gonna make
Right,
them do it.
right.
And if you look at the Florida Sentinel this week, Mayor Jane Castor is promising. We gotta make her do it though.
Now you gotta make it. You gotta oversee it.
You gotta oversee it.
Yo.
You gotta oversee it.
And it's right in the hood, Candy.
Yep.
It's right on Hannah.
Okay.
It's right in the
Right down the
hood.
street.
Right down the street. It's on Hannah and 30th Street.
Right.
And so how you come to a black community, build a $108 million project
With
and
no black folk. With no black folk.
And under Bob Buckhorn administration, it was a no bid contract.
Oh.
And it's a few of us looked at it and say, blow the whistle on that. And then now we got them to the table.
Yeah.
Awesome.
One thing we have to understand about the city of Tampa is a strong mayor form of government. That means she got a lot of executive power to do a lot of things, and nobody sure how to get no 3 votes to do it. We need to be clear on that.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that.
Right.
So people that want to do something in a strong mayor form of government, if they got the political will, they can do it.
Well, and a lot of folks were talking about one of my good friends had a show this morning, and she had the new appointed chief of police there. But what folks don't understand, and the form of government that we're now living under will get tested. Because I'm telling you, it's a whole lot of black folks and it's a whole lot of white folks who don't like this lady. Now, I don't know why, but they got their reasons, and it's a lot of stuff that happened. I'm telling you, I heard part of the show, and when this woman said, well, when they was doing the riding bicycles while black stuff, I was there, but I don't know what rank I was. That is, excuse me, that is bullshit.
Yeah, not on that.
You know, I'm telling you, she know.
But the lady knocked out a police car, beat up a police at 24 years old.
Yep.
How did she get a chance not only to be a police again, but be the police chief?
Right.
Ooh.
Right.
See, this is what nobody want to talk about this.
Right. That's why
A
she.
black man go to penitentiary, can't come out and can't even watch a window. He can't do nothing.
He better not look cross-eyed at a police officer in uniform, and she started fighting with one.
And knocked the police car windows out. And now she gonna be the police chief.
Right.
And so city council, you better watch yourself. Don't be no rubber stamp for the mayor's appointment.
Right.
You need to think for yourself.
That's why.
Think for yourself, because they gotta be confirmed by city council.
But that's why this form of government gonna get tested. This is the test.
It is the test.
They always talk about the litmus test. This is the litmus test for the mayor, for the city of Tampa, and the new supposedly chief of police. Because I'm gonna tell you, has she picked that black woman? And I'm saying black and white because the world can fake like they don't see black and white.
Yeah.
I see black and white.
I see color.
And if that woman is the new chief of police, and I'm not excusing it now, you know, because Jane may have to do a do-over. And if she gonna have to bring that lady back, then we'll be able to live with her, and we'll be able to judge what kind of person she is or not. But one thing we know, she ain't had no fight with no police because her boyfriend was drunk. Had those been black folks, somebody would either been dead or incarcerated for a pretty damn long time, and they wouldn't be around talking about, I want to be chief of
They want to be
police.
considered to be a police, let alone a police chief. How do you do that and then be the police chief? And see, these are the things about disproportionate. These are the things that we talk about equity and fairness that we don't get in this city. And let me tell you something I like about you, Eddie. Anybody that you start talking to you and they tell you they don't see color, stop talking to them. Stop talking to them. Don't talk to them no more.
Right.
Anybody else that start a conversation, a white person starts saying their best friend was white, stop talking to them too.
Like that woman this morning.
Like that woman this morning. So you don't want that because you know right off the bat it's BS.
My sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, my uncle, my cousin, even my child is black. First of all, that don't give you no damn excuse to be white and act white, because there's certain traits that you can't get rid of because what. And I'm not talking negatively about white folk, but I normally tell you every time this show come on, you know, that we talk black and we talk white, and there's no gray areas in between, because those who are in between know they're in between. We ain't got to tell them.
And can we talk about our program for a minute? Okay, talk about the program.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was good stuff there.
It was.
We had the Masjid of NASA Black History Month program. The Black Business Bus Tour is the sponsor of that. And I'm excited, Jarvis, because we will be honoring one of the black-owned businesses here in the city of Tampa that normally don't get the recognition that they should have. Oh, man. Thank you for that, Brother Howard. So it is on February 25th at 6 p.m. at the Sly. That is our big mosque here in the city of Tampa. And again, that's the Masjid of NASA presents an act of kindness Black History Awards banquet on February 25th, 6 p.m. You can give me a call at 813-394-6363. Again, that number is 813-394-6363, and you can get your tickets through me.
Right, and not only that, let me just say this before you go. I want to talk about our keynote speaker. He's a great Islamic speaker, Imam Siraj Wahab. He come out of New York. He's the founder of the Muslim Alliance of North America. He's one of the most dynamic, inspirational speakers that we ever had, not just for Muslims. He's going to give some inspiration. He's an expert on black history. So you're going to have an opportunity. And for politicians, if you want to come, it's a $100 fee for you to come in and work the room, because those are informed voters, Muslim, South Asian voters. They vote 67%.
Super voters.
They are very super voters. So it's a lot of opportunities to come out there. If you're in business, you want to come out there, they're building and get ready to add to the mosque. So if you're a contract, you want to come out there and meet the man, maybe get a contract in it. You want to come out there and see and collaborate with a new set of people that got a hunk of money.
All right. Let me... Color TV. I got to tell y'all, when I was a kid, and then we're going to do it on this day. When I was a kid, there was only one person in my whole neighborhood who had a color TV.
Same in mine.
and they live right next door to us. So I'm gonna tell you what we used to do. The kids had a tree in the back of our house. We would climb that tree, go up on the roof, and look inside these nice, big, color picture TV through their window. So we would go, and the only show that came on that was in color was Walt Disney. The Wonderful World of Color. So it was only one show always. So every Sunday night, we would go up there on the roof and sit and watch TV and turn our TV on loud enough so we could hear it, and see it, and we were watching TV in color.
24 inches.
20, yeah.
Right.
24 inches, that's right.
On this day,
I love when y'all do that. Come on.
on this day, February the 12th, in 1892, U.S. President Abraham Lincoln was declared to have a national holiday. Now, they don't have it today, but there was a time when Abraham Lincoln had a national holiday.
Oh, wow.
On this day, February the 12th, 1909, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People,
All right.
NAACP, was founded.
Oh, okay. Founders Day.
On this day, February 12th, 1971, James Cash, J.C. Penney.
Oh, James Cash.
James, see, a lot of folks didn't know. All they knew J.C. Penney.
All I know J.C. Penney.
James Cash Penney died at the age of 95.
On this day.
The company closed for business for half a day to memorialize
J.C.
his family of
JC.
the company, J.C. On this day,
On this day.
1999, U.S. President Clinton
All right now.
was acquitted by the U.S. Senate
I did not have sex with that woman.
on 2 impeachment articles. The charges were perjury and obstruction of justice. And on this day, 2004, Mattel
Oh,
the toy company.
Yeah.
announced that Barbie and Ken were breaking up. The dolls had met on the set of their first television commercial together in 1961.
They broke up.
Gabriel.
Eddie.
All right, guys, real quick here, guys. The U.S. Department of Health stops requiring hospitals, this happened last week, to report corona death to the federal government. Why? Because they said, basically, the change comes amid a growing belief that the virus is never going to go away, and the country needs to move on and find a way out and coexist. That's from the federal government. Dr. Fauci, meanwhile, after 3 weeks ago saying that we're in a full-blown phase of pandemic, now, last week, Thursday, after saying that, we're now going to be at the end of it because COVID fatalities have reached the highest level this past week, but it's no longer politically worth pursuing.
Wow.
So Dr. Fauci says we're backing off. We're going to be all right now. Suck it up. Move on. We don't need it anymore because they're losing in the polls.
That's right.
You know, I just paid for a 12-month membership to the gym, and my bank called me. See if my credit card had been stolen. What's up with that? I go to the gym. Kind of not. TV ratings for the Olympics in the China crash and burn. They declined by 50% from back in 2018. So that's never a good thing. Joe Rogan. He might be the next Rush Limbaugh. I don't know, but CNN don't like him. Although CNN only has 810 viewers at peak time. Joe Rogan has 11 million at peak time. Woo! I think Nickelodeon is outdoing CNN right now, the collapsing news network. Meanwhile, the chef I'd seen on TV said, where there's fat, there's flavor. I know he was talking about food, but I still took it as a personal compliment. Folks, you just got to make the best of every day as we go forward through the whole thing. Meanwhile, corporate jets escaped the Green New Deal in Europe because they need those corporate people flying around in those fancy jets to save the planet. Okay, so moving along, folks, because we're so smart nowadays, you know that. You know, folks, we are so smart. California ends the mask mandate effective February the 15th. COVID is cured. And again, the CDC says, yeah, we're moving on, forget it. And then, of course, so is Connecticut, Delaware, New Jersey, and Oregon. Also trying to end that phase. except for the schools because they want the kids to wear it. Even though you have seen many politicians these last 2 weeks in front of school kids wearing the mask, them not wearing the mask, and saying how that helps everybody. Now remember, Brother Jarvis, if you get your 3 shots and I don't get any, yours don't work because I didn't get one. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that weird? That's connected. That's connected. I don't get that. Go ahead, Eddie.
But I'm gonna tell you something. And people look. You know, a lot of times when I say stuff, I'm not just babbling. You know, I'm saying go look.
Absolutely.
Every time I see school kids on TV, they got a mask on, but the mask is covering their mouth because they breathing through their nose. Okay, so now let me let you see this. Okay, if I had to depend on breathing through my mouth to get COVID, that would be great protection. But most people breathe through their nose. That's why they don't put the mask on their nose. And guess what? If they were gonna get COVID, ain't nothing, and I do mean ain't nothing stopping them. They just ain't gonna get it.
Eddie, I think you're overdoing it just because you got a degree in microbiology. And you actually know what the heck you're talking about.
We're gonna give the last 5 minutes to you two. Go ahead. Have it your own show.
Well, let me just say this to you. The Monsters in a very impoverished neighborhood, 905 East Skagway in Sulphur Springs. That's where we've been 5 years in a food desert. We've been having a food pantry going on there. We started out feeding about 25 families. We're up to anywhere from 250 to 300 families that we're feeding now. And what we're doing, we partnered with the Andrew Joseph Foundation. We started a youth mentoring program where we take, we got about 15, 20 students in there now that live in the neighborhood that all come from single mothers. And we talk to them about manhood. We talk about social skills. We talk about self-esteem and entrepreneurship and trying to get them doing. That's what this is about. So when you supporting us, I need y'all to go right now, all Eddie Adams followers and listeners.
Hundreds of thousands
I
around
need y'all around the world.
There we go.
All those that love Tim, all those that love Gabriel, I need y'all to go to eat.
Well, I don't know about that now.
All them that hate Gabriel.
All that hate, no, a lot of them hate Gabriel.
Send money.
No, but that's right. Go to eventbrite.com or call Candy Lowe at 813-394-6363. Make sure you call her today, and we're going to get this done. Friday, February 25th, 6 o'clock, Islamic Society of Tampa Bay. And it's going to be at Sly and Orange Road, right across the street from Tampa Bay Tech. This is a wonderful event. When you walk through, we got a machine that they paid about $10,000 for. You walk through it, sanitize you, and take your temperature. So you got to worry about whether you mask or not mask. We know everything is good. So it's going to be a safe environment.
Nice. Very nice.
We had about 400 people there last year, 300 the year before that, 300 the year before that. And so we've been doing it and doing it big. And I retired so that I can work with Candy and the Black Business Bus Tour, work with Masjid al-Nasser to do community service. I've been working at it since I was 9 years old in Georgia and South Georgia. Started picking cotton with Jimmy Bell at 9 years old.
I'm picking fruit at 8.
All right, so he beat me.
So we did. We good. But we good. We brother.
I was in the city. I was just picking my nose. So a little bit different.
Yeah, that's a lot different. And I remember about that, Eddie.
I do too.
I remember because I used to, when I get tired, Eddie, I would go on the old regular yellow bus. All right?
And eat lunch.
And no, still people,
still lunch.
Still the lunch. They had that chicken wrapped up in that white bread.
We say a choir.
Hold on. And that white bread pressed on that chicken, wrapped up in white paper.
It was good.
It was good. Eddie knew it was good. And so I figured that I want to now give back to the community, Eddie, make a difference, and that's what we want to do.
Thank you.
You know, guys, look, as a Christian, sitting across from my brother of faith here, how can people go wrong when they are coming together in agreement that we need to help our people? We need to get them educated that they're not getting from the educational system. We need to show them job skills, social skills, relationship skills. Folks, there's no losing in something like that, and there's a greater reward that awaits people that are involved in something like that. So if all you just sitting around the couch just itching and complaining, but you don't like what's happening, you're part of the problem if you're not part of the answer.
And send them to Eventbrite, Gabriel. Tell them.
Eventbrite.com.
Okay, and I got to say this, and then we're going to give Candy the last word because it's almost 2 o'clock. I told you before, $5 gas was in your near future.
Yep.
Gas right now, I saw the other day, $3.77. That means within a month it's gonna be $4, and give it another 6 months, it's gonna be $5. That's what Biden got you. And I'm gonna tell you something. If you buy gas,
Oh, and crack pipes.
you need to not worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yes, and I absolutely agree. I mean, we have a Democratic president. I think he was on several months ago and said that he was going to address the issue and we was going to have some changes in it. And I have seen it just continue to rise. The highest I've seen, Eddie, is $3.59 a gallon.
Let me say this. I got a text from Bob Buckhorn. He said that everybody listen. I'm gonna say this publicly. He said it was not a no bid contract on his administration. So I'm glad I got this opportunity to say it. This is what he said. He just texted me and said that. So if I was wrong, Mayor Buckhorn, I apologize.
Oh, that means Bob Buckhorn is listening.
Yeah.
All right, way to go, Bob.
Hey Bob, and I also want to say to you, Bob, since you're listening, I'm gonna send you the link to buy a table for $250.
All right, we gotta go. Until next week, same bat time, same bat station, Tampa Bay. We love you.
God bless America.
Bye bye.